Make sure to follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and at Onside Podcast on social media. Hello and welcome back to the Onside Podcast with me, Jay and Elliot, for our Gameweek 3 preview. Coming up this week, we've got the Man Utd Liverpool game, which is a big one on Monday. Newcastle got City. I mean, we'll just be going through the fixtures really this week. There's nothing really too major which has happened. I know Man United have got a few bids in for, we had Casemiro, that whole saga has happened. Yeah. We'll mention that bit when we go on to the game, but we'll pretty much be going, it's kind of like a club, like going through each club, how they're doing at the minute.
Transfer window.
Yeah, I mean, it has ramped up a little bit for this week for the transfer window.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Forest.
Got what? Yeah, Forest are ridiculous spending at the minute. We've got about a week and a half left of it now. I know Newcastle are getting really desperate at the minute, like they're in João Pedro at the minute. Leicester, they're a team who
still. I didn't see that.
I've never seen them being linked with anybody.
No, it's weird.
Like very weird. I know Wolves are starting to ramp up a bit. They've probably seen in them first two games that we need a little bit more than 100%. What we've got at the minute. Like, I mean,
signed that record signing, didn't they?
Yeah, so far they've drew the first game, which was Leeds, which I think they were winning, weren't they?
Yeah. Yes, Leeds got it back. Because then that was opposite last time, and then Leeds were winning and lost to Southampton.
And then they've lost the second game. Now they've got Tottenham away, which
drew Southampton.
Is going to be a very hard game for them. Yeah. Spurs after last weekend, I mean, a win against Wolves will put them in a really good position going forward.
I think Spurs, we'll get on the
and it should, I mean, at home, for me anyways, it should be a thrashing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, Spurs should absolutely
against a Wolves team who
batter them.
Are needing reinforcements, are needing more invested in the squad, which is a bit surprising to say considering how much you've had, like if you look at how much they've spent. Wolves, I mean, to be fair, since 2020, I'm sure they'd only spent like 2 mil or something like that. They actually haven't spent that much in the last 2 years, and previous before that, that's probably because they've spent so much from getting to the Championship to the Premier League, throwing all that money, and now they've let it dry out a bit, and they're going, okay, we need to reinvest again.
Yeah. Well, Wolves' owners have put a lot of money into that club as well. I think they're like 10th in the world for
really putting money in.
Putting money into the club, like not just like how much they spent, but how much they've invested into the club.
Wolves are a big club.
Sure, they were above Liverpool.
They've done well to get what they've got for Morgan Gibbs White, by the way.
Yeah.
45 million.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the actual deal is because BBC.
I think it's rising to 46 or something.
Yeah. Well, BBC reports 25 mil plus add-ons. Then Sky came out with 42.5 deal, which I'm guessing is with the add-ons added onto it.
Surely that cannot be.
Yeah. So it says here. So Forest will pay an initial. Forest, is it Forest?
Yeah.
Forest. Oh, he's gonna. Oh, if it was Wolves signing, never mind.
No,
Forest will pay 25 million for
someone.
Gibbs White with a further 17.5 available in add-ons. So I'm guessing it's a little bit like the Dele Alli deal.
Yeah.
Like when that first came out, everyone was like, "Why are you paying that much?" But it's due to all the add-ons.
See, like, I actually think he's a good player, but because he done well in the Championship last year. But from what the price is, nearly 45 million for how old is he? Is he 22?
The Morgan Gibbs.
Yeah, how old is he?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like
22.
Forest are just splashing.
He's 22.
Clash.
Why would you pay 45 million £45 for a player that's not exactly Premier League established?
He's not Premier League
done very well in the Championship. Don't get us wrong.
I was about how much would you pay for Mitrovic after last season?
Yeah, it is a bit of a weird one. Like,
you probably would sign Mitrovic about 40 mil most clubs.
Do you reckon?
I think most clubs are. I think that's what Fulham would probably want.
Yeah, but everyone knows that.
Also, Mitrovic had an outstanding Championship. That's like
it's one of them. It's a risk, but I think when you buying a player of that kind of caliber, I mean, he was on loan at Sheffield last season.
Yeah, he had a good season. He had a good
season, but
22 out of 22 goals and assists out of 37
40 mil,
games.
Like, and that's 25 mil plus the add-ons.
Well, Newcastle put
up to 42 mil.
Newcastle originally bidded 40 for Maddison. I know they turned it down, but would you pay an extra 15 for James Maddison?
Yes.
100% no-brainer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's Premier League
proven, one of the best at the minute.
Like, don't get us wrong, I'm not saying he's awful.
Oh, no,
he does
he's
look
not.
like, when I have watched him, to be fair, he does look like a good player. But for the price, I
don't think it's like a sign's going to change Forest season.
No.
For that much money, you should be signing someone who's going to stand out in that team.
I mean, the spending's nearly up.
It's 145.
Yeah, it would have went over about 145.
Haven't they signed 16 players?
Jesus.
Something ridiculous like that.
And you think they're going to steal?
I don't know, like. I just think they've got a good manager.
Spurs, though, on the other hand, the 2-2 against Chelsea, which was a really good game to watch, but I think they'll be without Conte on the touchline, if I'm correct.
Red
card, so I think you'll have a touchline ban.
And do you know what they do? You know what they say about the early kickoffs? Never bat the early kickoffs.
I do see that. A good old mythical early kickoff.
It could be a Spurs thing, and that's up like.
I know, that's the only problem, isn't it?
The thing is, I was saying that you always see like it's a Spurs thing to do. It's Arsenal. Arsenal's like turned that thing around now. I don't think Arsenal do the Arsenal thing to do. You know what I mean? I know what I mean. Like Arsenal always lose the first game of the season. Obviously, against Palace, they were so good. Like,
I know what you mean.
They look like
they
a
broke the
side.
Arsenal curse and stuff like that. Yeah, I think Spurs might be doing that.
I think we'll do the score predictions as we go through the game. So, we'll start with Tottenham Wolves. I'm gonna go 3-1 Tottenham.
See, like now I've thought about it being an early kick-off. I'm doubting
It could be a weird one. It could.
Yeah, I know. I can say Wolves actually like doing something. I'm also putting 2-0 Spurs.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Spurs.
I don't think they've got that many
The
goals.
only thing, you don't think Spurs have got that many goals?
No, and I've only got one goal like less, but
I think Wolves. I think they're not doing very. I think they've signed a good centre midfielder.
Yeah, they just got that Matheus Nunes for club record 38 million.
Yeah,
he looks decent, but they've got rid of Connor Cody. Why are they not bringing anybody in for that? They got rid of Roman Saiz. They haven't brought anyone in for that. You know what I mean? Like, surely defensively they're lacking. Surely that they're lacking defensively, because if you're going to replace your club captain, you've got to get someone that's half decent in.
I think this is going to be a hard season for Wolves.
I do think they'll struggle. I do think they'll struggle.
And this team's again, like that's just, if you're Spurs as well, this is a game you capitalise. You definitely need 3 points against a team like Wolves.
Is this Nunes playing on Saturday or not? Will he be fit or not? Will the national clearance and work permit not come through in time or not?
I think he can play.
I don't think he'll start. I think he'll probably be on the bench, won't he?
This was a day ago when he signed a 5-year contract, and he's there now. But I think it'll be a case of...
He probably won't start, will he?
Nah, I don't think he'll start. It's, 12 kick-off, you'd have to do the training and that, getting used to the squad.
To be fair,
he might come on like 70
Portuguese, aren't they?
I probably knows them all. It is Portugal.
It is just Portugal national team.
That's why Cody left. That's the reason for the
Max Kilburn off.
There's your option for Ronaldo, just kind of Wolves. It'd be like playing at home.
Next thing it'll be Bruno Fernandes.
Made a striker with Jimenez, always injured.
Yeah, I know.
Right, and then that's what he comes out with in 2 weeks. So why I decided to go to Wolves.
My story.
I love Portugal. I love my national home. It's good. If he's got your score prediction of Tottenham,
yeah,
have you done them?
3-0.
3-0.
Well, you got 3-1.
Hold on, so you just sat there and went, I could see Wolves doing something.
No.
3-0.
Yeah, but it's the same. Like,
I've thought about it, but I'm just thinking hang, and you know what I mean.
What?
It seems like Liverpool, Man United. Like I'm going to put Liverpool to win the Man United game, but I can say Man United actually.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah. All right. That was the worst Harry Kane accent I've ever seen. Why'd you go high? It's like hard climb. Right. Everton, Nottingham Forest. Everton are starting to make reinforcements, but on the pitch itself, they're not looking great at the minute. They've lost the first 2 games. Aston Villa, they sort of had a reboot at the end where they
really it was more Villa mistake though.
Yeah, it was more Villa all getting injured and going down, and that's like Diego Carlos being one of them. But Anthony Gordon as well. He's rumoured to leave. If they lose Anthony Gordon, they're definitely not good.
I don't understand why they haven't for 40 million. 40 million for Gordon is absolute.
Well, it just shows how vital it is.
Not going to play as well.
That just shows how vital it is. You've got You've got a week and a half the window left. If they let him go, Dele Alli is another one who's close to competing.
That's stupid.
If you let Dele Alli and Gordon leave with a week and a half to go, you've then got to find a winger.
Then they'll just panic buy though. Then they'll just think, shit, we've got a week and a half left. We're just going to panic buy.
That's what most of the teams down there are doing. I think they'll panic buying.
Yeah, because you're not going to get. I don't think you can get a big player. No big player is going to be like looking at Everton going,
oh yeah, I want to go there.
Yeah, I really want to go there at the minute. The situation they're in.
What's his name?
Doing himself the punch on.
I've got Alan Shearer's on this podcast.
Hi. But you get my point though with Anthony Gordon. Like,
he's himself.
Like who could you see coming in to Everton if they got rid of Anthony Gordon?
Nobody.
Anyone you can think of?
Championship player.
Like a championship player, like a
Possibly
decent Premiership player. Why would anyone go to Everton?
Seriously, I think Everton might do this as well with Calvert-Lewin was injured. They might recall Sims from Sunderland.
Yeah.
That's right on because he's doing all right in the championship.
Sharp. He looks sharp. Him.
Terrible first touch, but he can put the ball in the back now.
Yeah, I think.
No, I don't know. Like, I think he's.
His first touch is dreadful.
But I can't see anybody going to Everton because yes, they've got.
The only one I could have thought was Maxwell Cornet, who was at Burnley, but I think they've missed out on him now.
Yeah,
he went at West Ham. So
like
the
point
exactly. He's got like options. If you go West Ham, Everton, you're gonna go West Ham, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like, they're a big club. They've got good fans. Yeah. They've got a classic stadium. You know what I mean? They're getting a new stadium. There's a project there with the new stadium. So I can understand that. But why would you go to a struggling team, a manager that's not doing very well, fans that hate the owner, owners that's not pumping money into the club, that was making poor signings, you know what I mean? It's like, why would you want to go to Everton at the moment?
I think Everton can only sign like young players coming up.
And luckily they've got Anthony Gordon coming through the academy, because imagine if they didn't have Anthony Gordon.
I know. Have a Wobie.
I mean, they've got the money there to spend on transfers, surely, because they've just sold Richarlison for 60 million.
Yeah.
They bought Dele Alli for 35, didn't they? Was it 35? And they're selling them, looking like selling them for 5 million.
Yeah.
Awful bit of business.
He must have a terrible attitude, Dele Alli.
Takes them off the wage bill, though.
Yeah, and he'd be on a lot of money, I reckon.
It does take them off the wage bill, but steep that in it.
Yeah, it's no good.
They need to sign though. They need to sign. Yes, they've done well in getting Conor Cody, but it's not good getting him and Tarkowski in. Dwight McNeil. Yes, they're half decent players from the worst team in the league, but they need to get more players in.
Yeah, Dele Alli is a weird one. Like, he's a player who has all this potential yet.
How good was he? How good? Remember that goal he scored against Chelsea that season?
Yeah.
How good was he that season? He was unbelievable.
He's 26 now.
This thing on
he's
Twitter.
26. He's already moving to like 30.
Yeah, 26, and he's playing as if he's 35.
Yeah.
Like, his transfers, he's going down. Do
you know what though?
Like right now, what should be happening is Dele Alli should have been one of the best midfielders.
He needs a rocket up his arse. He's still got. People can be in the prime at 28, 29. He's still got a few years.
Well, yeah, he's got the chance to revive his career. I just don't think he has the attitude.
Yeah, but exactly what Mourinho said. People thought he was stupid about what he was saying in the office, what he said in the press conference about, this is the best I've done with Man United. People at the time were grilling him for it. Yeah. Look at him now. Yeah. He's bang on. He's dead right.
Always listen to Mourinho.
Yeah.
Seriously.
He is the chosen one.
It's always in hindsight with Mourinho.
He's the special one.
Yeah. Nottingham Forest, team they're against, on the other hand, are absolutely splashing on the cash at the minute.
Too much.
I think Forest will beat them.
I don't.
I don't think it's... Yeah.
What do you think, Everton will win?
I don't think it can ever be too much.
You can't.
It's not useless signings, though, is it? Or do you think it is?
They've bought some quality. They've got some quality in the squad.
Because that team needed loads of players.
Yeah, I agree they did, but like you said, 44 million.
I know, but
that's the problem.
For a championship player, really.
But if they don't spend all this money, then would you be sitting here complaining? Oh,
no, but I think
definitely down.
As well. But I think
they need to spend this money.
If they spent it on like getting,
I know, but it's Nottingham Forest you're talking about. Like they are historically a good club.
Oh yeah,
good. They're a massive club.
For the club with like people who would look at them right now, it's a new promoted team who haven't been in the Prem for like 20 years.
But I think it's like 16 players that aren't. I don't think one's apart from Dean Henderson maybe. That's like
the lad from Atlanta. I think he'd be a good sign.
No, but I mean like a proven footballer. You could argue Lingard, but I think Lingard's also a risky signing. He's like a Dele Alli signing.
Well, I think the top 5 transfers they've got in at the minute are solid. I mean, the Wolves one, which they've got him, he's got to have a lot of potential and talent in there if you're paying that much for him.
Yeah, but hopefully.
I mean, that's the biggest signing they've made this summer.
But there'll be a lot of pressure on 22-year-old's hands for that price, so we can't pick the price. But
yeah, and the other ones, they look solid to me. That Taiwo Awoniyi, I can't say his name. Awoniyi, whatever it is.
Taiwo,
the striker he scored against West Ham.
Yeah.
Him, I think he's our age. I think he's a decent player, and I think that'll be a solid striker for them.
We've signed Dennis.
I think Nico Williams for Nottingham Forest is solid.
Good sign.
Dennis, another player, I think it's solid.
He was very good for Watford last year.
I think that would be a really decent player for
Good run of form.
I'm surprised they did get him in. Frula, he'll do really well.
Who, sorry?
Remo Frula, centre mid for Atlanta, went to Forest. I think he's a good player though.
But I just think it's like it's not proven players. Like,
well, what do you want though?
Get like
What who are you targeting? Who you want at Nottingham Forest? Who they reckon you can get?
If Connor Cody's going to Everton, players like that, like or even like 33-year-old proven English centre backs.
Why would you want that? But is that
you go for? I think it's weird. That's too risky.
But they look like they're trying to build for the future as well. Yeah. They're not just buying for now.
They could go straight back down and get stuck again.
But the thing is, though, if you spend all this money and you spend it on players who you can just get for now,
for the first season of the Premier League, I think that's what you need to do. Get a few of these, please. Not 16 of them.
Well,
they've bought too many in my eyes. I don't think they'll go down.
I think Dean Henderson's absolute quality for them. But that's only a loan, so he's possibly going. At the end of the year, Lingard's on a 1-year contract.
If it somehow manage to get Dean Henderson
and Lingard just
a contract, it'll be solid.
Like Lingard was so good for West Ham, but Lingard's like Dele Alli, I think.
He was on a better side.
Not even that. I just think I don't think he's like his head's fully in football. If you know what I mean.
I know where you're coming from.
I don't think he cares if Forest go down.
Oh, of course he doesn't.
Yeah. He's getting paid £200 a week.
Yeah, because he could easily just go to like Saudi Arabia or something like that.
No, but he could probably go to a Premier League club after this. Like a
lower league, Southampton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the bottom side though.
Yeah, but he's at the bottom side at the moment. When he went to West Ham went the European club that they are now. They were like, yeah, exactly.
What do you think?
Kuyati, that's one of them solid ones.
Yeah,
you could argue.
Yeah, he's a very good signing. Actually, I agree with that. He's proved himself.
You can't move him. Good, he doesn't move. He's stiff.
But I still think Everton 1-0.
Score predictions and Everton
1-0.
Yep. Actually, I also Nico Williams.
Forest surprised us, to be honest. West Ham last week. I knew they'd do well because they were at home, but
they got very lucky.
I was going to say realistically they should have lost.
Yeah, I couldn't back them after that.
It was a lucky game.
Performance off the first week, they looked tragic away in Newcastle, but they picked it up and didn't look too bad against West Ham.
They didn't deserve to win though.
No, they didn't. But
this
is two teams who are desperate for a win.
Everton at home as well. I think that's the advantage.
Well, I wouldn't say desperate for a win like.
Just think, Forest goal up in the first half. Everton fans, remember what it's all about? Toxic.
I do think.
I'm going 2-1 Forest.
The heat's really on Lampard if he doesn't get a win out of this, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
I think
definitely.
If he gets a draw and puts a good performance in, it might not look too bad, but I think
my mind's telling us
would do massive damage to that
Everton
squad.
Just going to win like 1-0 or something, or 2-1. But
quite a close game.
Then I'm on the other side. I'm just fancying Forest. Let's go for Forest.
You go Forest, mate.
Yeah, man.
2-1 Everton.
Yeah, that's what I'll probably think will come in.
I think there's enough there right now.
I think 1. I can't say Everton score more than 1 though.
Where's the goal coming from though?
Defensively though, Forest are.
Will be. Watch him, he's going to score.
If they sit, they're a bit hard to break down. But once you get one, the goals could be flying in against them.
Who, Everton?
Against Forest, yeah.
But look, they should have conceded about 3 or 4 against West Ham.
Yeah, but to be fair, they didn't.
Yeah, but I was like,
it's what I've seen of them so far. They look
twice.
Compact at the back until they concede 1. And then they're like, okay.
Everton could score later on as well.
Yeah.
Like an 80-minute run-down header.
Oh, God. 2-1 Everton, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go 2-1 Forest.
1-11.
Leicester, Southampton.
Can you go -1-1?
I feel like Leicester and Southampton always have the most boring fixtures.
Leicester will win. Leicester will win.
They've still not been. There's no one in. There's no one even rumoured at the minute. Yeah. There's no one bids.
I can't get my head around this. Like Fofana looks like he wants to go as well.
Yeah, I actually see Southampton pulling this off. You know.
Do you reckon?
No.
I don't.
See, this is one of them games as well. If Leicester lose this game, it looks.
I think Southampton are awful.
And Brendan Rodgers.
Imagine if they didn't have Ward-Prowse. They'd be absolutely stupid.
What is his name?
I think Leicester got against Leeds.
Joe Laribo.
I rate him a bit.
Yeah, I said to him, he looks alright.
Yeah, well, this is two teams who
haven't won, have they?
Yeah, they're both on 1 point, haven't won, and could probably do each other a lot of damage.
Yeah,
I think Leicester would due a win.
I think at home and a team like Southampton, who aren't looking as good as they have in previous years.
Yeah.
I think so you got to back solid Leicester win for this one.
I'm going 1-1.
I'm gonna go.
I mean, Southampton. I think Southampton have made the
2-1.
recruitment and things
To
like
Leicester.
that, but there's no one I can think off the top of my head where I'm going, okay, that's a really solid signing.
Aribo. He looks like
I feel awful, mate.
he looks like he could be a Palace player. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Does that make sense?
Palace just get techie players in, don't
Aye.
they? Any shit. Aribo.
I mean, Southampton do usually surprise you with like the signings they make, because then they make signings and they become
Solid
really
on,
good
aye.
and the solid players. Like the rumoured with James
that-
Garner
that-
from Man United at the minute,
He's good.
Gonzalo Ramos with 25 mil
Forest
from
last season,
Benfica. So if they get them two in, then maybe,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe.
The thing is, I think Garner could do another year in the Championship. Not for Sunderland.
Done
obviously,
well,
like,
though.
I know. But
Went
I'm saying
up,
like go to
promotion.
a Norwich or something. I don't know. Or Watford.
What Billy Gilmore
it?
done though, and
Yeah.
what Norwich last year, and
Yeah, true. Aye.
just stayed still.
Aye.
Yeah,
Billy Gilmore back to Chelsea now.
I think so. Aye.
he should be.
Forest just changed someone like that
Yeah.
instead of
What's Todd Cantwell doing now? And is he
Still at
Norwich?
Norwich.
Norwich,
So is
aye.
Max Aarons. Still at Norwich.
Yeah, they were too, but like Norwich had that squad where they had all these promising players and they could have
They could
sold
have
them for
sold them.
loads,
yeah.
I'm not gonna sell
but
them
they've
anymore.
just kept them onto them.
No,
and
definitely
then
not anymore.
it just it's one of them cases where you just get on the players and
What you seeing
haven't
for
done
Leicester,
what you thought they'd
Southampton?
Are you saying 1-1?
2-0
I said 1-1,
Leicester.
aye.
2-0. I've won 2-1. Like, to be fair, like I can't really see Southampton scoring.
I can. Leicester's just, I don't know. I can't see many goals in Leicester this year though.
Neither can I.
I mean, they did fight back against was it Leeds?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's something in there.
Was it Leeds?
I think it was 2-2 Leeds.
2-2. They were getting Leeds. Were
Yes, it was
yeah.
Leeds.
Just
Our first
scroll
game of
on
the
that,
season.
yeah.
aye.
Who scored for them? Joel Aribo and who else?
Walker
Walker Peters.
Was it?
Yeah, what a Peters.
I think he's going to be one of these players that Southampton sell to a big club.
Yeah,
Walker
he's
Peters,
he's a
aye.
good player.
Yeah.
To be fair, like, I can't lie.
He originated at Tottenham, didn't
Yeah, he made his debut at Newcastle away.
Did he?
Remember watching him? He got man of the match. He was good
he?
actually.
Yeah.
Where does Joe Reeve play? Like midfield?
He's in the 10. I like the centre
Yeah.
mid.
Yeah.
He's like a forward
Obviously, he's more attacking,
midfielder.
I mean, like,
Attack midfielder. He came from he played for Charlton and that, in League One.
did he?
Yeah. Played for Charlton in League One, and then I think that's when he went to Rangers
Aye.
from there.
Hmm.
I think he played against Sunderland.
I
I
was
think
going to
when
say,
they
well,
played them.
I've
Aye,
had
he did.
playoffs.
Yeah, he did.
Bastard.
Fulham Brentford tomorrow. Two teams who have had a good start of the season.
I can't say
in my
goals in
opinion.
this.
I
The
know
draw,
Forest
but
have got
goals.
2 draws. Fulham have got 2 draws, but I think they've still had a solid start. Like,
I didn't say Fulham winning, mate.
I mean, a 0-0
I think Brentford
draw
are good,
against Wolves away. Wolves away, like going to any team away really in the Premier League when you're a newly promoted team's not going to be an easy job. Getting a draw against Liverpool first start of the season,
Yeah.
I think puts a lot of hope and ambition into the team. Thinking, okay, right,
can do
we've just
something
got a
here.
draw against someone who just finished second in the
Aye.
league and just got like the Champions League final last year.
And that's not necessarily going to Wolves away and thinking like, oh, it's not a bad point, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
going
Like,
like
you
any
don't
any
go
team
like,
Aye.
when you've just been promoted, going to any team away, that home team's going to be like, okay, we can beat these today. These are just a new promoted side, right? We'll just give it everything for
And
today
you
and
think
get
like
the points.
the way Wolves have been the last year, it's hard to
Yeah, like a
don't
lot of
concede many
teams
goals.
going
Yeah,
away.
I
To,
know they
defensively.
didn't concede, didn't score for them, but they got
yeah,
to.
like when you're at home to a promoted team, it'll give you a lot of confidence that you beat them, and Fulham so far have handled it well.
Yeah.
I think this will be a draw. This, but I think it might be like a 1-1 or 2-2. Maybe.
I think Fulham will win. And don't get us wrong, I think Brentford had a good start as well. But like the 4-0 against Man United is quite.
Too good to be true, kind
No,
of thing.
what's the I've got like a phrase in my mouth, but I can't vocabulate it.
I mean,
Describe.
It's like-
it was a good performance from Brentford. You can't take that away from them.
No, I know, but I mean, it's they've like I agree. Like they played really well against Man United, they pressed them and stuff. But it's also
Can they keep that up for this game? Is that
I
what
don't
you
know.
mean?
I don't know. I know what I mean. I can't
Explain.
speak it. Like it's a farce. No,
It's
it's a farce. It's a farce. It's a farce.
It's farce. It's
Oh,
farce.
Chloe, I don't know.
It's like an illusion in the sense, like, but illusion's not the right word. But where
You
the
basically just describe most Man United fans right now. You just can't believe it's happening.
yeah, no, but it's like don't get us wrong. Man United also played terrible. Brentford played really well, but realistically, any other day it's not going to be 4-0.
Okay.
Like they've thrashed Man United, but even it's like I
What
think
do
we
you
got lucky to get 4. Like 2, the here mistake.
I know
But
what you
ev-
mean.
that's
any-
just down to like what you're saying is like they should have beat them, but
Like the
2 or 3 of the goals was due to just Man United being horrifically bad
Exactly.
mistakes around another day.
But at
they
the
might
same
not
time,
make
like I don't want to
mistakes.
take anything because Brentford like capitalised on their mistakes. That takes a skill in itself.
Yeah.
I still can't. That's what's gonna.
I know what you mean though.
I think I'll just rate Fulham at the moment.
Yeah,
I think Mitrovic will be
rating them.
trouble against Ben Mee and who's the other centre back?
FPL wise, I know I'm sure Fulham's fixtures aren't that generous, but would you not be tempted to get Mitrovic in?
No.
At all?
No. I think there's just better options.
They're saying that like they have got a tough run of fixtures coming up. Like they've got Brentford at home at the minute, then they've got Arsenal, Brighton, Tottenham, Chelsea. Their teams are all in form at the minute, and then they'll have a bit of an easier run.
Not really easy. The man, you got Forest and they've got Newcastle, West Ham. You know what I mean? They're 2 hard games.
Newcastle at home or away?
I think they're at home at Newcastle.
Yeah, so that doesn't make a difference.
West Ham will see where they are because, I mean, they're not having a good start of the season at all, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where West Ham.
Yeah, but they did have Man City first
game of the season. They've got Brighton at home for this weekend.
That's a must-win. Like.
So another tough game.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 2-1 Fulham. I've changed my mind.
That's what I went 2-1 Fulham.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Fulham.
2-2.
I'm not against 2-2 either.
Yeah, I'm not against that. Like, I just think Brentford look good. I think they just look well organised and they're surprised a little bit. I thought they would be.
There's also like that De Silva. Like realistically, he's not going to. He obviously could, but realistically, he's not going to score 3 and 3. Realistically.
Yeah. No, you know.
That Jensen's the first time he's ever scored. Like realistically, Brentford only get goals from Tony.
Yeah.
Well,
from history though. I mean, like
you're saying that, not really. They have a lot of players that score. Brentford, Sergio Canos. They've got that Henry, Bueno, Jay De Silva, Tony. I know he's scored 2, but he scored this season. That Jensen. They've got
Jensen's
goals.
the first time he's ever scored.
They've got goals. They scored. They've got people that score.
Like Ben Mee scoring. Yeah. That doesn't happen against any other club. He was against Lisandro Martinez.
Unless you've got a 5-foot defender which can't head.
Ben Mee was falling over.
Yeah. And
he still won the header. Like realistically, any other team doesn't score. That's what I mean. Like
I know what you mean.
I'm seeing. They still played really well, Brentford, but I think they still would have won 1 or 2.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They still would have won, but it was because of Man United's like really bad mistakes, like poor mistakes. That it was.
Crystal Palace, Aston Villa is our next.
I think Palace were quite easy, man.
I think they struggled against Everton.
Yeah. The Villa dressing room's a little bit, for my opinion anyways, it looks a little bit
shaky,
that's the word. I was going to say chaotic, but it's not chaotic.
I know, but they've got a good team. I don't know why it would be shaky.
He's changed the formation twice. That's never promising at the start of the season.
Yeah, and you've just got a load of injuries added onto that.
They have just signed
with Diego Carlos, which is their main
signing. Just signed another centre-back who's rated really highly, but I forgot his name.
I know exactly who you're on about.
20 mil or something, wasn't it? It was 20 something.
I know exactly who you're on about.
Yeah.
What's he called?
He's like Carlos's replacement.
Oh, I've seen it.
I know, it's going to bug us.
They've only got one in. Oh, no, they haven't. Coutinho's out.
Coutinho's out.
Oh, no.
Cash is out.
He should be okay.
Oh, is he actually? What's it? Oh, yeah. It's his potential return 20. So it says Matty Cash will be back for the game. Coutinho's 50% at the minute, but could return tomorrow. So it should be okay. That's down to perhaps a bit of tiredness, cramp, or tight muscle damage, but hopefully we'll have enough time to get them all right for next week. That was said last week. I don't know when the press conference is.
About 12 o'clock today.
Today, yeah. So they'll probably give an update on Coutinho today, say if he'll be all right or not.
It's Watkins as well.
Not sure if he's been training or not, but I think that Diego Carlos will be.
That's
a big miss.
That's a big hit.
He's how much? 6 months as well?
6 and 9. Achilles. What's
that's pretty much nearly a full season.
It is a full season.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I feel for him.
But it mentioned it on Match of the Year, and I said it about Watkins in pre-season, that he looks non-existent. He looks like he's not bothered about football at the moment. And I think Shearer mentioned it on Match of the Year. And Watkins, he's making runs and then just giving up because he doesn't get the ball. But who was it? There was someone I was quite a low league.
I mean, the game against Everton, I didn't think he was too bad, to be honest.
Runs all the time.
Yeah,
but he's I'm pretty sure it was Shearer that pointed out, he's making runs and giving up straight away because he's not getting the ball and then walking off head down.
Bit mopey in that.
Yeah, he doesn't look bothered but we compare him to Ings, I think Ings looks really good. But obviously Gerrard likes 2 up front, so he's got to give that Archer a chance, I think. Drop Watkins.
Away to Palace.
Maybe not this game, but yeah.
I don't know. I think Palace could beat them. Like,
If you were going to give them a chance, it would be the game against Everton.
Yeah,
like a game like that.
And at home, that's actually.
Yeah, but you say that though, they struggled. They only won, beat them 2-1.
So the next game I'd be doing something like that.
Everton's
City
got
or
a disallowed goal as well, didn't they?
Yeah, but also Everton's goal was quite.
To be fair, West Ham, you could try that.
With Dean.
Yeah.
Ruined my FPL. Bell end.
Crystal Palace on the other hand, though.
Looked good against Poole.
Yeah.
Why did I say that?
Poole.
Good against
you said Poole, like.
Nah.
I didn't say yeah. We'll just brush past that. Like. Pick up a win, but
they look good.
Ezzy's looked unbelievable.
Yeah, they look all right.
He's classic.
Yeah.
I had him in my team, you know.
I'm
I took him
thinking
out.
about putting him in.
I had him in and took him out. Had him in Coutinho.
I think Palace went 2-0.
Yeah. For me, anyways, they've come against Arsenal, who's probably one of the most informed team at the minute.
Yeah.
Apart from City. And Liverpool's away is always going to be a hard game. Yeah. And I think they did well to get a point out of that. So
I think they were quite unlucky, actually.
I thought
quite unlucky not to win.
Could have won it.
Yeah, I think they were unlucky not to win.
Hit the post near the end.
Yeah, they've got Villa, and they'll see this as the time to must get points because they've got City away next.
Who Villa do?
Yeah, no, Palace.
Oh, Palace have got rough.
That's what I mean. They've got a really rough start because then they've got Brentford, Newcastle away.
Newcastle
Man United,
hard.
Brighton, Chelsea.
Jesus Christ.
It's a really hard start.
Match fixing there.
Yeah, but then I think they then
middle of the season.
A chunk where they've got a bit of ease on it. But
watch out, FPL.
Still, Palace at the minute, like if you're Vieira and you look at them fixtures to start the season, you'd be like, Christ.
No.
I think Palace could win. I think Villa, I can see Villa scoring.
I can't.
2-1 Palace.
I said 2-0 Palace.
2-1 Palace, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm backing Palace to get a win out of this.
I think Palace will beat them.
They need it more than anything.
You got 3-2-1, so yeah.
Have I?
You had 2-1 every time.
2-1 Crystal Palace, 2-1 Fulham Brentford, 2-1 Leicester Southampton.
The home teams to win 2-1.
And you've got 2-1 away win for Forest.
Have I? I'm going safe this week.
This week, like. Spurs. You fair, I've got 2-0, 2-0, 1-0, 2-1, 1-1. And then you've got 3-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-0. I
forgot to get my notes as well. I wrote down because we were doing that Super 6 kind of point system, and I've got a note of where we are at the minute, and I've left it over there. So we'll have to we'll update on the socials, see where we are.
I probably won't be winning.
Yeah, is this the points tally we're doing thing?
Yeah,
how many scores?
Yeah, I know for a fact I'm winning. So
I know for a fact I'm not because I do the one at Champs as
because I think the first week I got like 2 or 3 right, and then the second week I got 2. Scored like
I've only had 2 right so far.
Yeah.
I'm just like, when
you like the headlines.
No, but like when you you think of like
you can see it happening.
You can see it happening, and like you'd love to look at it in the newspaper where it's like Newcastle. I know what you mean. I just go with that.
The way football works, like surely Man United don't go 3 games without a win.
You go with what you want to see as the headline.
I know. I'm just going with what I want to see as the headline.
Like, I know what you mean. Like in the sense, like there's no way Man United go 3 games without a win.
Like it wouldn't surprise us if
but then
Man United win at the weekend.
Then United, and then that means Liverpool go 3 games without a win.
Do you know what?
That's the toughest fixture to predict this week.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
it's going to go one way or another, and I know it's like cliche in football, but it's either going to be a Liverpool thrashing or it's going to be
Liverpool at home.
Nah, away.
I thought the wrong way around.
But 5:30 kick-off tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's Friday today, isn't it? Bournemouth Arsenal, can't get me words out. Bournemouth Arsenal.
It has to be absolutely battering.
I wouldn't say battering. Like I think Bournemouth have looked all right so far.
4-0 City.
But that's Man City. You can't really like Man City. That one team where you can't judge a team on it.
Yeah, 4-0 City. Unless you get
I think Bournemouth will come out right.
9-0.
Bournemouth will come out and they'll have a strong start, but I just don't think they'll score. They'll be on top, right, for a little bit, and then I think Arsenal just ease in the game.
Do you know when you go City away, how do you set up for City away? Do you just defend the whole game?
I do think
it's 6-4-3.
Sit on the 6-yard box.
You know what I mean?
Sit on the 6-yard box.
Sit on the goal line.
Is that not what City wants, though?
I don't know.
Yeah, but they're very good at...
I think Bournemouth played quite high, though, didn't they?
You need to think on
quite
how...
high up.
The amount of balls would just come across low crosses straight in the box.
You need to think, though, how long you need to stay defensively as a block for that long on the edge of your box, how switched on you need to be.
There was a team that done it for like 85 minutes and then conceded. It was last season.
That's what the thing with Man City is. They just mentally break it down. They mentally break it down because it's just like bang, 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 moving left.
Even if you do get a draw, though, it feels like a lucky draw because they missed the chance. I'd give Palace away for City last season as an example of that. where they hit the post a few times, missed some chances.
It was Palace. Palace sat back the full game.
Yeah, and it was one of the
3-2 or something.
Counter attack. Was it 3-2?
Oh, was this the one where City were at home and they won?
No, I was thinking about the Palace at home against City.
Right.
Oh, they didn't win that. They drew that.
That's what I mean, drew. But I'm saying like it
No,
felt like a win.
Palace won away, didn't they?
Sat back the full game. It was.
Yeah. I'm gonna
go.
That's when people felt that Liverpool might go on to win the league, but
I'm going 4-0. Arsenal. Arsenal look so good, man.
I'm gonna go 2-0.
2-0 Arsenal.
Comfortable 2-0.
I think Bournemouth could surprise us here.
That's what I'm saying. I think Bournemouth will come out and start strong, but Arsenal just ride over it and they'll just.
Then
start
again,
Arsenal
Arsenal
look
conceding 2 against
ridiculous,
Leicester was poor. They should never have conceded 2 against Leicester.
They haven't had a clean sheet this year. Oh yeah, they had Palace. Yeah. I think they'll keep a clean sheet.
I think they need to. Like more as like a
a
statement as well. Like we're not going to concede 2 goals again. Type of logic. I think Arteta's got that type of Pep Guardiola logic where you do a mistake, then you need to prove it right the next game. That was a mistake and it's not going to happen again.
Yeah.
But we Arsenal.
Solanke looks like he's out.
Solanke, Dominic is maybe for this weekend. We'll have to assess him tomorrow. Make a call.
Bournemouth games. I don't think I've even
said that yesterday. So it'll be a late fitness test for Solanke, so he could be out for that. Arsenal, the only injury they've got at the minute is Fabio Vieira.
Actually, you know what? Put 3-0 Arsenal for us.
I'll change it for you, mate. No bother.
Yeah, 2-0 Arsenal.
Jesus.
What'd you go with? 4-0.
Jesus gets at least one. Martinelli gets at least one.
I mean, it could be. This game could be a huge statement from Arsenal.
Yeah, I think it is.
They get a huge.
We're one of the big boys, I think.
Yeah, this goes okay. Right, yeah, we need to watch Arsenal.
That's what I mean. If they do a 4-0 as well, it's like we can equal City type of. I think it's more. If it's more, I think it's not a question. I think Arsenal win. I think it's like they're not going to stop.
If they win, it's the momentum kind of.
They're not going to score 2 and then calm down a little bit. I think they're going to try and
get a huge win here. Then you've got Fulham at home, Villa at home, Man United away, and Arsenal, Everton at home.
Yeah, and the Man United fixture looks quite easy at the moment.
Yeah,
and you need to think with Arteta. You think it's like with most managers when you go 1 or 2. Well, say you go 2 or 3-0 up.
Yeah,
I think it's a sake with most managers. Right, just sit.
No injuries.
Sit back, just keep the ball, keep the ball moving. I have a feeling with Arteta, it's you score 2, you keep it, but you go forward. You get another one. Yeah. You keep the ball, you get another one. It's like you don't sit back and invite pressure.
Well, Arsenal. To bring on Tomiyasu and Kieran Tierney. They brought them 2 players on. Nuts, man.
Even Eddie Nketiah's not a bad player to come off the bench.
Exactly. He is last season. In his last few games, he scored.
Have you seen the Arsenal documentary?
No, I'm going to watch it all. All the episodes out now, aren't they?
All out.
I'm up to the bit where Aubameyang's all that starting to happen with him.
They don't give you like a full explanation to like what he's committed, but it just basically says like he's been late. He's been late multiple times and hasn't turned up.
The rumours at the time as well that he was flying to Barcelona for a tattoo and stuff like that.
Tattoo?
Yeah, it wasn't.
But like they only give you like a certain. So he's been late, like, and he's missed 1 session. But they don't say because Arteta then says later he's got a full list of what he's done, but it doesn't give you that full list. It only tells you really 2 things that he's done. But then they say it's like multiple. So I want to see what the other multiple of things of what was.
I swear he went to get a tattoo in Barcelona.
Tattoo?
Was that not the excuse he made though?
Maybe an excuse.
When I watched the documentary, it was
not a good excuse.
Something to do like. He went to give him time to go away with his family and that.
He went to go to see his family in France or something.
Yeah, but I know that was the case.
He recalled the training a day later, so he missed a day's training. But it can't be just because you've missed 1 day training, you get sacked with captaincy and stuff.
Yeah, when watching the documentary for that, it was a bit. I felt it was a bit harsh on him. The way he was like.
Yeah, because I don't think they give you the full story. That's what it is, though.
Yeah, he was kind of put out from the squad, like made train on his own. You see him like on his own, constantly away from the squad at meetings and stuff like that, and that would take an effect on you. And I kind of get that.
Also, I was thinking
you'd be frustrated after that.
You know, people are saying like Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea's interested in him, but under Tuchel, like, how good was Aubameyang under Tuchel at Dortmund? Yeah, it could be a different player, like with a manager.
If he does come back to Chelsea, he could be a really decent player there. But I mean, only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
Next game is West Ham Brighton. West Ham in action in the conference Europa Conference League last night.
That's 1-3-1.
Surprises they played a decent side as well.
Are they playing Saturday?
Sunday, I'm presuming. Yeah, Sunday 2:00. For a team who needs to pick up the first win, played Bowen, Kone was playing. I know that Samaka was playing. Antonio came off the bench. Ben Rama was playing.
Yeah, they had this problem last season, didn't they?
Yeah,
they played a good full team throughout the whole Euro.
It's a decent side, and it kind of surprises in a way. Considering you're at home.
Wait, is it the Conference League or Europa League?
Conference League qualifying.
Oh, right. It's like,
I mean, like Tottenham went for a different approach to the Conference League last season. Like all of them, it was literally just constant.
Yeah.
So maybe David Moyes is really going for the European
kind of thing this year. West Ham,
yeah, it would be huge. I mean,
the fact they got a Europa League final last year, they should want to win.
Yeah, 100%. But is that maybe David Moyes thinking a bit? Okay, we focus on this Conference League.
I was trying to work out there.
I realised I was working on me.
Focus on this a bit. Maybe for the first game, we just batter this team. We don't have to wait for the away fixture.
Yeah.
Whenever that is, because maybe down the road they have easier fixtures or something like that. I'm not sure what his thinking is.
Yeah, but you can't think like that in the Premier League. Not every game's a hard game.
When you've got a home game this weekend against Brighton, do you think that'll take its toll a bit?
I think they'll get beat.
I think they'll draw.
2-1 Brighton.
I think
Brighton are fresh. Brighton have been good. They've been on form. They look solid, even though they've got rid of a few players. West Ham have played Thursday night. They've had quite a few players playing.
Yeah, but they dealt with it well last year in the Europa League. They did the exact same thing. Played strong teams all the time.
Yeah, I think they'll blow out me.
Skamakama, whatever his name is.
Something like that.
Scored his first
Brighton
goal.
have looked a really good side at the minute, though. So
yeah, I was very surprised with Brighton. Same with Brentford. I thought them two would be poor, but they both look decent.
Yeah, I had Brighton quite far down in my predictions.
Yeah, so did I.
And a loss against Nottingham Forest is going to do you no good.
Oh, very good. In the sense of they bounce back from it down.
They've just won 3-1, to be fair, though, aren't they?
Against who?
Viborg.
That really hard team.
Yeah.
I'm backing a 2-1. No, 1-0 Brighton win.
Oh.
I'm going.
And see West Ham scoring. But
I can't. I'm going 0-0.
Do you know what? This will probably be the one that comes in. The 0-0 or something.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't score last week. They should have, and they did, but it got
actually go 1-1. 1-1, please.
Yeah, so they get a score in the Premier League yet. Technically, they did.
Don't want to go 0 anymore. If they haven't scored yet.
I mean, Man City first game week didn't score, which Man City's a hard team to break down, but Forest, they did score, but
I just think Brighton's a
defensively
defensively sound team.
Just signed a rugby tackle one of the players.
Yeah, I still think 0-0. I think Brighton's a hard team there.
Breakdown.
1-0 Brighton, I'm going with. What are you going with, Hal?
I'm going 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
So none of us can say is bouncing back for a win for West Ham here.
Nah, unfortunately not.
I can't, no. I think West...
I'm
not going to say what we're going to say because it's only been 2 game weeks.
I think they'll go on a good streak with West Ham. Like an 8 unbeaten streak.
Hard to call, man. The first 3, 4, 5 weeks.
Considering the start of the season they had last year as well.
Yeah.
I
do think Declan Rice I love Declan Rice, but I think he's been a bit quiet. Obviously missed the pen.
I looked at the comparison
that's going to do
the other day. It's not really about West Ham, it's more about United. But they're getting Casemiro for 60 million, and they're giving him 300 grand a week or 250 grand a week, which comes to
how old is he as well? He's like
70 million a year or something, right?
Yeah.
Is this
and that takes the transfer to, I think overall it takes like.
Where do you get Casemiro from?
Over the 5 years.
No, it's just because we're
no, he's going to go on about Rice.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because I was on about Rice. Comparison to Declan Rice.
I was like, where's this win?
So like, he signs like a 5-year deal, he does, and over that 5 year, they've spent 60 million transfer, 70 million a year, and it takes it like just over 100 odd million.
Yeah.
But they can buy Rice and give him 150, 200 grand a week or what, like much less, and it comes to like 40 million more or 30 million more. And
for
he's
younger.
8 year younger or something. English, like it's a no-brainer.
Declan Rice 23 is a joke.
You don't understand how good he is.
And
I watched him live last year when Newcastle played West Ham.
Yeah.
He ran the show. He was
I think last
unbelievable.
season he like developed into a top tier player. I
He
think
just
the
looks
start
like
of this
an
season.
experienced Premier League footballer.
He's captain now.
He's classy. He's unbelievable.
He's really good.
He's got to play in the
Euros
Euros
as well. He's got that into his game now.
Euros World Cup.
Rice definitely starts. I said this last season. He's my first player on the team sheet.
Yeah.
Maybe not now.
Ben Maguire.
Quiet.
Next game, Leeds against Chelsea. This could get
TSD, baby.
Yeah, this could get TSD, baby.
I think Chelsea would.
I think Chelsea win, but I think Leeds make it difficult.
Really difficult.
I think Leeds might go 1-0 up or something, but then Chelsea will win 3-1 or something.
I do think Chelsea keep clean sheet.
So yeah.
Clean sheet? Nah.
I'll take back everything I said about Koulibaly at the start of the season.
I'm going 2-2 for this game.
Like
2-2 Leeds, Chelsea.
2-2.
I don't know. I just feel Leeds have got a real hunger in them right now.
I think I do.
That Rodrigo looks unbelievable, and he'll be playing striker now because
Bamford.
He'll be playing striker because Bamford were not injured
Again.
I. He just retire him. always going off injured.
He is just the Andy Carroll of the Premier League at the minute, like, isn't he?
Yeah.
Apart from Nunes.
I'm going Chelsea 2-0.
The update on Bamford was it's not bad. He felt tightness in the adductor, wherever that is. He felt he wasn't 100%. He didn't want to stress it.
Pussy.
So
I'm trying to think of a score here.
See, it was for you. Sims.
I would. He'd probably just get injured.
I think Leeds could nick something, you know.
I think a lot of people think that.
I actually do.
I don't.
Do you want to know why? Because Chelsea
goals.
played so good against Tottenham,
Yeah.
but they only picked up a point. I think that might kill them a little bit.
But at the same time, oh god, they were unlucky. Realistically,
They
should have
were
won 2-0.
not trust. Yeah.
Two of the goals were
But
very controversial.
the overall, they might feel hard done by him.
Yeah.
But like they might. Obviously, as a Premier League footballer, you don't want to dwell on it. But like, I'm thinking worst case scenario, they might all be dwelling on it and thinking,
And I could be wrong. I swear, Reece James had an absolute masterclass against Leeds last year.
Yeah, for me, anyways,
if he plays right wing back, he's
usually when you look at
terrible.
FPL wise, you want your players playing at home. For James, I don't know why he always does good away,
Yeah.
like really good. And I think Kukurea in the fold as well now. He had a really good game against Tottenham.
I don't think Chelsea keep a clean sheet. Like
I do.
I just want to mention
Don't 4-0.
Kante, who looked unbelievable against Tottenham. He's ruled out for this game.
Oh.
Yeah. Muscle injury.
Does Kukurea start again?
Yeah. Tuchel's still seeing Chilwell was never fit at the start of the season.
Yeah, I think you have to start Kukurea over Chilwell, especially
he's
how
not
he
fit,
played.
Apparently.
I'm gonna go for
he's
brave scorelines this
He
year.
looks fine, but maybe
It's what the way Tuchel says though. He keeps on saying he's not 100%.
yeah, like he's not. Well, what I've seen of it is like he's not in the rhythm that he was. Is what.
Also, Chilwell's had mental problems, hasn't he?
Has he been
last season? He did
mentally.
So it could be that again because he's not actually physically injured. So it could be one of them ways.
Not mentally
struggling with mental health.
Yeah, possibly.
But Kukurea also looks.
Kukurea looks unbelievable.
Yeah, he looked good.
He runs so weird.
Aye, doesn't he?
He doesn't run like.
Yeah, I was intrigued to see how you do because when you spend that much money,
I was intrigued as well.
He was good at Brighton, but it was like how would he fit in the Chelsea forward? He slotted in
works
perfectly.
out perfectly.
Yeah.
And if he can, if Chilwell comes back fit, he can go back to left side centre half.
Yeah.
And then he can move Reece James because Reece James didn't start
right wing back. Was centre back.
He started centre half, didn't he?
And then when he moved to right wing backs, when he put that amazing, he put that amazing cross into Havertz who missed, and then he got the assist, didn't he?
I'm gonna go a brave scoreline here. I'm feeling brave. It's not gonna come off, but I'm
brave.
just.
You're not going 2-1 here.
I'm gonna go 3-2 Chelsea.
I don't mind that.
3-2 Chelsea. There will be goals in this game, and it will be a bit of a dirty game.
Because I think Leeds.
I might bat a red card.
Leeds can concede. Leeds can concede, but I can also see them scoring. I think it'll be a 3-2 or a 2-2. I'm going to go 3-2 Chelsea.
If Bamford is playing, I can actually see Bamford getting the score sheet. Like.
Yeah.
However, I'm still going 2-0.
Our second last game.
Where you going?
I went 2-2.
Oh.
I said at the start. Should be on the ball. Should be on the ball.
Have I had a goal in every one of my games that I've predicted?
You've only got one.
Oh, it was the Spurs Wolves game. I put 3-0.
Oh, you've got 3-0 Bournemouth also.
Newcastle, Man City.
2-0 City. I said this all week.
I mean, I feel like Man City are going to win about 3-0, to be honest. I don't think Newcastle have any attacking
I think you'll actually do well against them. You'll just concede 2.
Yeah, actually 3-0 is a bit harsh considering the defence is
I do think Haaland...
Something's really tempting me to put Newcastle here.
I do think Haaland will actually have him against Dan Burn.
Trust us, if Dan Burn starts, they'll just say, look...
It depends how you want.
It's a weird one because attacking-wise at the minute, they're not looking like they're in rhythm, but... Defensively, they're looking absolutely solid like they did last season.
They don't look like.
Have you heard as well? I don't know how true this is, but a lot of rumours are saying that Pep took Foden off because he didn't pass the ball to Haaland. Because apparently that's the new football they want to play.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it was just frustration from Pep. Like I was annoyed at watching him. The amount of chances that
even his
just needs to square or just pass it. Like even his goal, the goal he scored, he should have passed.
He still should have passed.
You know what I mean? Like against a bigger team, that's not going in.
But also, I think it depends how you set up, because I think if you do sit back, which you're not going to because you're at home, but if you did sit back, I think you have a better chance.
That's why I think we've got a really good advantage, because I don't think Eddie Howe will sit back against Man City at home. I really do.
Yeah, but I think you should in the sense, because I think Dan Burn could actually challenge Haaland in a one-on-one battle.
Yeah, as soon as
Haaland's in behind it.
As soon as Haaland turns around.
It's a rip.
Yeah. That's what I mean. But you're not going to sit back at home, are you?
And do you know what though? I could possibly see Newcastle scoring
last season. I
could see Newcastle scoring.
I can't.
But don't see us winning. I might go. I really want to put a Newcastle draw.
Is Maxi against Cancelo?
2-0 City. I just don't think attack-wise we're good enough at the minute.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah, I think
is Maxi against Cancelo?
My head's saying my heart's saying that we'll pick up a point.
He's not Messi, right?
But I need to be realistic. Really,
it's just that other winger.
But you need to think. Look, think of the headlines, right? Eddie Howe's 3 unbeaten, gets a draw at Man City, a 0-0 or a 1-1.
Sometimes you need to go over your head instead of your heart.
Good point.
Or you're good.
I've got no good, so I don't know what that's saying.
But you've got no good.
Nah.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah, 2-0 City.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to face the music.
That's killing us, that.
Are you going 3-0?
2-0 City.
All 2-0 City.
Good man, Joe. You got 4-0. 4-0.
I just want to make sure because you came out with 3.
2-0. What are you going with, 2-0.
Right. I've said 2-0 all week.
Listen now, if Newcastle do well, it's going to be an Almiron masterclass.
No, I think it'll be the same case as Chelsea was last season.
Almiron against Walker, actually.
It would be good defensively, but it eventually got broken down. That's all I can say that can.
And City are better than Chelsea, so.
Yeah.
I think the only chances you score are set pieces.
Counter-attack. I think if Max gets ball, Callum Wilson makes a run.
But you need to think,
there's a chance of him.
You need to think though. Newcastle's trying to.
Looked actually
it's trying to be a fortress St James's Park this year. We're going to be hard. It's going to be a very
That's
hard.
how it was the second half of the season.
You were last year.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
But City.
It'll be difficult, but I can't say anything about City. To be honest.
If it's Liverpool, I say something different. You know.
At the moment, Liverpool. You do have Liverpool in 2 weeks.
Oh, I've just realised Man City have scored 6 and conceded 0. Yeah, 2-0 City.
With our attack at the minute now, it's not the best. And then the main event of the whole game week, Man Utd Liverpool.
It's a hard one.
They've been putting a lot of bids.
I just see United get absolutely battered and everyone just can't off it again.
They're a weird one in the transfer market at the minute. I think I just saw
130 mil for João Felix.
I've seen that rumoured about. I've saw 80 million for Anthony be rejected from, was it 60 million, something like 60, 80 million, somewhere between there.
80, I think.
Yeah,
I think it was 80.
I think it was 80, but that was apparently rejected as well.
60 for Casemiro.
Casemiro, which they're in talks with, which could come through today.
How old's Casemiro?
Yeah, so they're closing in on it.
Man United just buying random
80 million Anthony players rejected.
What's João Felix done over the last year, really? Not much, has he?
But Atletico Madrid, love him. And every time I've watched him, I've never.
I mean, this is a tough week for Ten Hag to get that squad, making sure everyone's in the same mentality
against a Liverpool team that need to win.
Yeah, which really needs to win.
They're struggling at the moment. I think
they'll do better without Nunes.
Who goes through the front? Who starts?
The feeling in Manchester at the minute, from what I've heard from people, is that fans of Man United are absolutely bricking it for this game.
What's Sancho score?
That's what I'm saying. Me heart saying Liverpool will win. Liverpool will win comfortably. But then, think of the headlines again.
But you've got to think. We talked about this a few days ago, where that Liverpool are without a striker this game. Yes, they've got Salah and all that, and the wingers and stuff, which will do a job. But
Diaz and Salah,
they're without a main striker, and that's maybe how they've been training to get into that routine.
But Luis Diaz plays so much better with Firmino, statistically. I think Salah will be, do you know what? I think we said on the last podcast, I think Salah will be more attacking without Nunes. Salah against Dalot, man.
Yeah. Not even Dalot, sure.
Well,
Salah's a joint
Firmino could be
He might start that in Malacia because he's quick.
What Klopp said is Bobby couldn't make it, might be back for Game Week 3, we'll have to see.
When was that?
It's a possibility. That was August 15th, so 4 days ago, so I think it was just after the Palace game.
Bobby surely starts. Even if he's not fit.
Diogo, he's not. He won't be back, he's ruled out.
I just think Diaz and Salah come into it.
So there's a possibility that Firmino could be involved here.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't, what's the front three?
Salah, Diaz,
Carvalho.
Diaz as a striker.
If that's the case, then Man United win.
Either Diaz or Salah for me, anyways, are going to have an absolute masterclass.
Diaz running at Maguire.
Do you know what though? Can you not see Ten Hag? No, but can you not see?
He took 4 Palace defenders last week.
Can you not see Ten Hag dropping Harry Maguire?
No.
Dropping someone else and then winning?
No, some reason
you've dropped him this week.
I've said this for the last 2 years.
Captain Seaman.
Got to.
I've said this for the last 2 years.
You can't just drop your captain like that.
All Maguire does is do that. He'll drag him down and get away with it every time.
I think he'll drop him, and I think he'll play Varane. And I think if they does that, I think win.
Diaz against Varane still wins.
I think they get the W.
I think Luis Diaz has a masterclass. Also, some statistics about this fixture.
Oh, okay,
They've played each other 209 times.
Stat all over there.
209 times. Ryan Giggs played 48 times against Liverpool. That is crazy. That
Right.
a quarter of all Man United Liverpool games, Giggs was involved in. Salah is the joint highest scorer as well in the fixture of all time with 9 goals. Salah scores.
I can't see
on people boycott the game
Liverpool.
as well, Man United fans.
It's an
We'll see how that actually goes. We'll see how it goes.
You'll be watching.
You'll 5,000 people not going. There'll still be a full stadium.
It'll be a full stadium still. Yeah, it won't look that bad because I'm sure they did it last season. They'll try to do it last season.
There's too many fans that don't.
I mean, they
care
did it against Liverpool
club, if you know what I mean.
last year, but they only did it at half time
I'm seeing
when they were 4-0 down.
What score are you seeing?
3-1
3-1.
Liverpool. I still Sands was going to score.
3-0 Liverpool. I mean, I don't think it's a case of like last season. I think last season Liverpool looked really good and they looked solid. And didn't
Nat Phillips was playing. Ronaldo probably does pick up a goal.
If you please.
Van Dijk's looked questionable.
There's just something telling us about Man United winning.
Put it.
Something's...
Go on.
Do I go for it?
Go for it.
Like...
Come on,
if you pull it off.
Make yourself look like a number
my heart's saying Liverpool win, but every time I go against Liverpool, that's why I don't want to go against them. The win.
I'll give you the headlines. I know you love the headlines.
I love when you're making score predictions in a minute. You're making it like this is like the life decision kind of thing. You're like, oh,
Man United
stress,
winless. I mean,
they're not beating Liverpool.
Lose 3 in a row at the start of the season.
Worst start ever, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Liverpool go winless.
I didn't say
the first 3.
I didn't say that as well.
I can't say that.
Right.
Liverpool 4-1.
3-1. What? What did you say?
Liverpool 4-1.
Oh.
I've bottled it. I swear, mate, if Man United win, I'll be fuming because I can see it.
You might draw as well, you know.
Nah.
Oh, that could happen.
So now you've put 4 Liverpool. You can't next week when we do the wrap when Man United have beaten Liverpool. You can't sit there and go, I tell you.
I am.
You went for the highest scoreline.
You went against them. You went the highest scoreline.
It's either going one way or another. Liverpool thrashed them, right? 4-1 or 5-1 or 3-0 or something like that. Or Man United play really, really well and Liverpool fall apart and Man United beat them 2-0 or something. That's the both ways I'm going.
We have to go off for this game, by the way.
On Monday?
Yeah.
Sound by me, lad.
Aye, we'll have to go and do something like. But yeah, that's all the fixtures we went through. Anything else you want to talk about?
There was a transfer I was going to talk about and I've completely forgot about.
You know what we should do? We should pick
the Casemiro one.
We should pick 3 goal scorers to score in a game week, and see who gets any of them right.
Salah, Jesus, Mitrovic.
Salah, and Salah.
No.
Salah, Trippier, and Almiron.
Trippier, but you put 2-0 Man City.
Honestly, I really hope Miggy scores on the weekend. Have you seen the display though? The display for the Newcastle game's going to be about Miggy.
Is it?
Yeah, and I was a bit like, I don't know,
class.
Joke of a club.
Funny, but I was like, I don't know. Because considering I've been most fans anyways have been having to go with Miggy for the past 2 performances where he just doesn't use his right foot.
Joke of a club.
Anyways, we'll wrap up there. Thanks for listening to the Onside podcast once again. We are on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. Follow us on there. Leave us a review if you want. You just kissed the badge.
I did just kiss the badge.
We're also at Onside Podcast on social media. And we'll catch you all there.
Wallop latest.